Hi Year 4, welcome to your final week of Year 4, and this is your last week of English learning that we will be putting on the website. Hopefully it should be a fun week. I have put together some fun discrete writing, okay, so there's going to be a mini project for each day. If you would like to stretch any of these activities out and do them across a few days, that's absolutely fine. Feel free. And I'll leave the activities on the website at the start of the summer holidays, so you can always continue them next week. Okay, so there'll be a different activity. They don't link at all, but you can do them separately on each day, or you can make one activity last 2 days, or maybe even 3 days. See how you go. Okay, so today's activity is a poetry scavenger hunt. Okay, so you're aiming to write a poem, but we're going to do it in a fun and creative way. So to start off with, go on a scavenger hunt around your house or maybe around your neighborhood to find interesting words or phrases. Let me give you an example. So you might look around outside your window, you might see a bus go past, jot down the place where it's going. Or this sign is actually from outside the tobacco factory. You might recognize this as a front of a shop on North Street. If you're staying inside your house, a really good place to look is titles of books, or the blurb on the back of a book, or a magazine. You could look at games, if you've got any board games, things like that, or cans of food and things like that. Just look for interesting words and phrases. You then need to either take photos of them or write down those words and phrases, sorry. And then your aim is to make a poem using only those words and phrases that you've collected. Okay, if you can kind of put them together to make a cohesive theme, that's great, but if not, it's fine. It can be complete nonsense, completely made up. Okay, so remember, when you are then writing your poem, try to lay it out as a poem. Okay, end each line with a comma, write in verses, and don't forget to give your poem a title. Okay, but you certainly don't have to make it rhyme. In fact, that would be really tricky to make it rhyme, considering you're collecting words from around the house or around your streets. So here we go. I'm going to give you an example. Here is the poem. Well, I'll show you the poem that I've written in a moment, but this is how I put it together. So I've taken loads of photos around my house. This is the back of one of my children's books. So a couple of nice phrases in there that there's a few phrases I could steal from that. This is a packet of icing. Again, there's quite a few phrases I could steal from that. I actually, in the end, I've used this phrase here for a perfect finish. We'll see that in a minute. Again, this is the back of a book. This is the side of a cereal packet. Also the side of a cereal packet. Also the back of a book. Here's a can of chickpeas, I think. I quite like using this. Care should be taken. Quite like the idea of using that somehow. Paint sets, pack of cards. What was this? Can't quite remember what that is. Again, just a book, I think. A book, a board game. More books. Yeah, you get the idea. Lots of books. So this one's a label from inside some clothing. Keep away from fire. What was that one? Yeah, more icing. So you get the idea. Book covers are a really good place to look. Magazines also, or newspapers, even if your parents have got those. Yeah, board games are really good, actually. Lots of instructions and silly names and words on books, on board games as well. Then what I did was I've cut them out, so I've just got the phrases that I want to use. You don't have to do it quite like this, because if you have just written down your words and phrases, obviously you won't have the photos to play around with. These are my collections. This is my collection of words and phrases. And here we go. Here is my poem. I've then just put them into an order that gives it some sort of sense. I'll read it to you in a moment. You'll see it's not amazingly sensible, but it is good fun. You can see here I've just had to add 2 words. Probably could have found them in a book or something, but I didn't. You'll see here I didn't actually use all of the ones I found. I didn't want to use those in the end. Okay, here is my poem. Let me read it to you. Variety is the spice of life. So why not prepare? Oh, I'm supposed to say for. Prepare for an adventure of your own. Do wild. Picnic on Mount Kenya. Go on a glorious shopping spree. Be a juice carton. Create your own story time and time again. But remember, don't throw food. Wipe clean with a damp cloth. Do no harm. Keep away from fire. Wash hands thoroughly after use. For a perfect finish, don't forget to yell, pants. So, I mean, it's a silly poem. It's supposed to be a silly poem, okay? Just have some fun, all right? That's it really from me today. I've said enjoy the process, okay? Don't get hung up on what your poem actually looks at in the end. I really enjoyed scavenging for words and phrases, and I hope you do too. Just have some fun with it, okay? It'd be really nice to think of you all walking around North Street or around Southville or wherever you live, having a look for some interesting words and phrases. Like it if I manage to get you out and about a little bit more, that would be great. Okay, enjoy your Monday, and like I said, there will be some different silly fun activities for the rest of the week. Yeah, enjoy.